Federal officials won't tell us exactly why they mounted these raids. The group in question here is called the Huttery, which, according to their website, means Christian warriors. The story is shining a spotlight on a previously obscure corner of our culture where religion and the militia movement meet. In this video posted on their website, the Huttery, who say Jesus is their, quote, top general, are seen prowling the woods with camouflage and weapons. On their site, the group declares, "We believe that one day there will be an Antichrist. All Christians must know this and prepare." They go on to say that we are prepared to defend all those who belong to Christ and save those who aren't.
They believe that this is the end of the world as prophesied by the Bible, and it's their duty to take up arms to fight alongside Jesus against the impending forces of Satan.
Over the weekend, federal law enforcement officials launched massive raids, apparently against the Huttery, in Michigan, Ohio, and Indiana, although they're not yet saying why.
Obviously, someone's got a source or a wiretap or intel's coming to them in some form or fashion to trigger, all right, we're not going to let these guys take one step further in this operation. We're going to take them down.
Michael Lackamar, a spokesman for the Southeast Michigan Volunteer Militia, says several members of the Huttery showed up at the doorstep of one of his colleagues in the militia movement shortly after the raid.
They were asking for a place to hide, as it were, and he wasn't willing to assist them in that manner.
Lackamar says that while his group has trained with the Huttery are not truly part of the militia movement.
We're community-based. We're willing to accept anybody that lives among us that wants to protect themselves, their neighborhood, wants to help out in times of emergency.
By contrast, he says, the Huttery are more like a cult. For law enforcement, going after a group like this can be very risky.
This crowd tends to be heavily armed, and they're all conspiracy theorists that the government's trying to take over. And so you have to be very careful and cautious when you start arresting people like this, because you could walk right into an ambush.
A person claiming to be a member of the Huttery posted a message online calling for help and saying that federal officials, quote, broke into homes and took children and used tasers on wives and my son, who is 12, end quote. George?
Taser on a 12-year-old boy.
Well, that's just what one person is saying.
You know, the leader of a Muslim American group came out over the weekend and said that he believed that these groups were being targeted for their anti-Muslim views.
Right. That's one of the things we're hearing from other people in the militia movement, that the reason for the arrests is threats against Muslims. At this point, it's all really conjecture because the federal officials haven't yet said what triggered the arrests. We expect the indictments to be unsealed at some point later today.